right, today we just finished up our final exam and our papers. So we had one student that basically did one on mushrooms and did something quite unique. She went around and basically interviewed different people that were doing mushrooms and the medicinal effects of them and micro dosages of them. So it was very interesting. Congratulations, all the students did great again today, but this one especially stood out. Again, is very interesting as far as the information presented.
Hi, I'm Shanna. I'm in the surgical technician program at Southern Technical College, and my paper for microbiology was on psilocybin mushrooms, more towards like the medicinal use and microdosing. I had gotten interviews from different people on their either experiences or how they felt about legalizing mushrooms for whatever purposes. It can escalate very quickly. And then this person also had said that research needs to be done thoroughly and proven to be helpful and not addictive. They also had said humans have tendency to put a Band-Aid on their problems and not deal with them, which I thought was really, really interesting, and I understand that. And I also, when I was talking to this person, I explained what I knew about psilocybin mushrooms, and this person had said that most of your serotonin is actually made in your gut, which I had no idea. I thought, you know, it was at the hypothalamus. And actually with psilocybin mushrooms, the hypothalamus has a lower activity. The psilocybin, when digested, turns to psilocybin and attaches to the serotonin receptors, and that causes the hallucinations. So interviewee number 2, this person had said it was a very sensitive topic with family addiction and stuff. She said she had, this person said they have a family member that was on ADHD medications and ended up with serotonin syndrome. I had never heard of this before, but apparently it causes high levels of serotonin in the brain, and it got, this can actually cause seizures to the point this family member had to be restrained, and they were placed on antipsychotics. And then at that point, that family member had gone on to research microdosing. The interviewee said that they had no idea they were microdosing at that point until their family member said, you know, I'm doing this. And then they realized, they kind of saw afterwards that there was a calmness, and it seemed to help them. So this person was, you know, relatively for legalization. Interview number 3 was actually a couple that I interviewed. They had said it should be legalized, but for medicinal use only. They know plenty of people that have used microdosing and it's worked for them, but feel it should be in a controlled setting like a facility. It should not be available on the street. Interviewee number 4 was actually really interesting, and I got a lot of information from them. This interviewee has taken mushrooms for years, they said, but not habitually. This person had said that there isn't a huge difference between recreational and microdosing, but for him or her, when they use it, it's the max. So this person had said, you know, when everybody's taking 5, they're taking 10. So for him, the difference is the self-awareness. This person had said with recreational use, the feeling is hard to put into words. It changes your perception of sight and sound, but mentally you know it's not real. You are mentally straight, but see and hear things that blow your mind. They had also mentioned psychedelics are mind altering, but not to the point of needing more. It gives you more sympathy, as well as more awareness of self and how actions are perceived by others. They also had mentioned if you take it for the first time, it is important to remember set and setting. Having a place you feel completely safe, and having people you trust 100% is very, very important. This person couldn't have stressed it more. People who are not honest with themselves or have malicious intent should not take psilocybin mushrooms. It makes you feel very open, like everything is on display for everyone to see. After the effects wear off, there is a mental catch-up, this person had said. Trying to remember everything you learned, did, seen. Also, after the effects wear off, there's an extreme mental and physical exhaustion. You need time to recuperate at least a day or two. They said they would not consider any hallucinogenics as drugs. Hallucinogenic plants should not be illegal. My next interviewee, number 5.
How long were they on? How long were they on microdosing?
I don't really know if this person actually microdosed a whole bunch, but this person had said 20 some years. They've been off and on, just depending on their, what they're going through at that point. So then my next interviewee, this person actually deals with schizophrenia. I don't know if anybody knows what schizophrenia is, but they have hallucinations just on a regular basis. I had asked them when they had, if they had taken medications for it, prescribed medications, and they said they did. They hadn't taken them since they were 16, and it made them feel like a zombie. They consider themselves, they're still learning about microdosing and the world of mushrooms at this point, but considers him or herself as an expert dealing with the schizophrenia side and mushrooms. When taking them when this person microdosed, this person said that they feel light and happy, like everything is going to be okay. When taking recreationally, it quiets the mind for him or her, and then is able to help slow down and even stop the hallucinations. This person had said that they have really vivid dreams, like going back in time, and they get to work through problems that they've had with themselves or any issues. They're able to work through the trauma and come to terms with what they need to come to terms with. This was also interesting. This person was able to have premonitions, which they said was allowing them to experience or open themselves up to things that they hadn't normally would have allowed themselves to experience. This person had said he felt like he had a more harmonious life and more connected to the world around him. He said it was all positive and euphoric. Those were the words that he used, or he or she used. This person definitely feels that it should be legalized, especially with people that deal with the same issues. provided they can manage their symptoms and understand what schizophrenia, like how it affects them. Having some form of self-awareness helps, but if they don't, then mushrooms will help them have more of a self-awareness. They
Did
also
he take them when he was having a reaction with the schizophrenia, or did he take it like prophylactically before?
well, he had I'm not quite sure when he took them. I know he is able to control his schizophrenia, the hallucinations.
Did it bring him back to reality?
Yes, he did. He said it quieted the mind.
Okay.
It helped. How did he say? Rebalanced his brain, more or less. They said that when the effects were worn off, it's a little bit of a come down and a process of an assessment of sorts. It's been a while since they've taken it, but they can definitely tell the difference. They feel like addiction is a mindset, and some people get stuck in the need for euphoric bliss. That's where addiction starts to spiral downwards in a vicious cycle. The last interview that I did was a little closer to home. This person had said they only had 2 experiences in their entire life with mushrooms, had no knowledge of microdosing, and at this point, they actually wouldn't want mushrooms to be legalized. I did explain to this person that microdosing helps with anxiety and depression and stuff, and this person was like, oh, so it's like marijuana, which I agreed to. Somewhat similar. They had described their experiences. The first time they were with 2 friends, and they shared a whole ounce of mushrooms, which if you divide that into 3s, it's about 9 grams each, which is a lot.
That is
And this person had said they ate it on bologna and cheese sandwiches, which I found funny. They felt very dizzy. Everyone slowed down. Everything was in slow motion. They woke up the next day in bed and had no recollection of how they got home. They had said that they felt scared and had a panic attack because they didn't remember what happened. They went right to the window to make sure that their car was okay. The car was fine. Had asked if his buddies, if somebody had gotten him home or what happened. They said, you disappeared. This person had said that they had no idea anything. They didn't even feel any, like the only effects afterwards was the scared and the panic attack. The second time, they also had mentioned maybe possibly having the feeling of being invincible, no fears, which going along with if this person was comfortable to drive a vehicle, then I can see being on that much, he didn't know what he was doing. The second experience this person had was a lot smaller dose. I'm not sure exactly how much, but they said they also had a little bit of alcohol and food in their stomach. They felt happy, relaxed, and they had a good time with, they said they were at a party or something. And this time he didn't disappear. The next day he woke up feeling well rested, slept like a baby, and then hearing my report and explaining what microdosing was, this person had said that they would definitely want it legalized, but for medicinal use only. It has to be monitored. The last thing that they said was, God made plants for humans to use to help. This is a natural herb in my mind. So I definitely can see the health benefits for the use of mushrooms, but I do not at this point, since it is illegal, I don't, this paper was for informational use only and not to take it.